for meeting, correct.
When Sue gets off the phone, I'm gonna see if
This is,
she called him or not.
I know you're doing those. Did you get a chance to read this?
Oh, you were right, Nick. That's, yeah. Whatever.
Do you want to put that on the ballot? This was a step by step
We
because
can
that's
put
what she's in
anything you
here
want on
for.
the ballot, but I learned my lesson last year, and my answer to all this stuff is gonna be no. This year. I'm not gonna be misconstrued again about when the meeting comes along.
Oh yeah, we get beat on that anyway.
I know. Well, they can beat on me for saying no.
There you go. Okay, so that's
That's
that.
rewritten.
rewritten, and you're a yes for putting it on. So is that on here?
Yeah,
I think
people
so.
have a right to see
I had her
things.
put it on and said that we could remove it if that was the case.
Yeah. 12. So town 11 and vote to amend the building code ordinance section 5 to include electrical inspections.
Right.
That's all there. Okay.
Stupid fly. Isn't
It has been on everybody in here all night.
I gotta read this so I know which way I'm voting first here.
You should have seen Mike when I landed on him. It was pretty
He
funny.
was laying on his face the other day. I'm like, Jesus, you think I'll wash your face now? This is for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
I know you love all my paperwork. So it basically, I want to call, try not to be loud because I know Sue is on the phone right now.
Yeah, we can't hear you over her.
Sorry. That basically just says that there's no law that says we cannot have Paul on speakerphone when we take the selectmen recommendations because I need to get this to the printer so that I can have my absentee ballots Monday. So that's just out of the municipal officer's manual. I just wanted to print you out, like we did look it up, and while they prefer people to be here where it is only selectmen recommendations and we're not changing anything, I would like to get him on speakerphone so that we can take these votes so I can have my ballots in time.
Good luck with that.
I know. We did call him and let
Did
him
you get a
know
hold of it? Did you get a hold of
and
it?
ask him if he was willing to do that, and Sue said she would call him, so I'm just waiting for her to hang up.
Okay.
And I did follow up with the UMO. If I'd have called them first,
Yeah,
see how cheap that is?
that's a good price. Yep.
And that includes the year embossed on the spine.
Nice.
Because it was like 20 something without it, but I thought we would
Would you
want
kindly
that.
get a vendor number?
We don't have one yet. I need to give a W-9.
That's right.
You do
You should
now.
put a line through that so that she doesn't think that's the vendor number.
Read this one here. Now think about who's doing the work. That's repairs on trucks.
It's fun.
Yes, well, we'll be seeing that person, and we'll be speaking with that person. I got that one logged in, right?
I'm gonna go poke her.
So Ben, those referendums now are going to be on the ballot, correct?
Correct.
And now tomorrow you're just gonna vote whether or
I'm actually
not.
gonna do it tonight,
Oh,
though it's not recommended. Mandy's found some paperwork where it says you can vote by conference call.
speakerphone. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna.
Or there's no law addressing that you can't. Let's put it that way.
But your vote tonight is only to recommend it to the public or not to recommend it to
Correct.
the public?
Correct.
Okay. And then can I get a copy of those when I leave since you will have voted on them? Since you will have voted to recommend or not?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
I guess I'll just hold these. Sue's gonna try and get.
Did you rewrite Lebanon Events and Outdoor Festivals?
Do you
I
wanna
haven't
see it?
Seen that revision yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna need
Basically, Georgie put a request for a credit card purchase in Ben's box, not in that box.
Who did?
Georgie.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, she needs it for tomorrow if possible, or she's gonna have to pay shipping.
Is there a PO made out?
It's a request for a credit card purchase.
So you don't need a
Do you want me to call her and say,
It does need a PO, and it didn't have one.
well, I'll call her and tell her to get in here. How's that? We'll time her.
At some point, I need to also show her how to use the website, so, but not now, but.
Why not? We had a short night. Alright, I'll call her and tell her to get it in here.
Like right now.
Is she talking to Georgie?
No, she's talking to Paul.
Oh, okay.
Poor guy's probably trying to sleep.
I know.
Oh, okay, so do you want me to call you back on that phone, on your home phone? I can hear you fine, you want me to put you through on this one?
How many are there altogether? 14, did I hear you say?
Oh, okay,
I'll let you know when I turn the page.
let me know when you're ready, and I'll go put you on speakerphone. You are now ready, all right, hold on a minute.
I am now ready.
He is now ready. He's got the referendums, but of course it's changed a little bit from the one that.
One thing I saw that.
Paul?
Yes,
I just want to let you know that
Okay.
the referendum, the questions that you have, you're missing one, but when they get to it, they'll tell you which one it is,
I don't know, see what's that right under you?
okay?
yeah,
All right, and can you hear everybody?
Stuff done around here.
I can hear.
yeah.
All right.
So you can hear it.
Do you want to write on his too?
Okay.
Turn the page yet?
Yeah, sorry.
Right here. Right
14, that's what I thought you said.
You're the
I
best.
expect that
You
back.
are the best. Okay. All right, Paul, are you okay?
Yeah,
All right, thank
Did
you.
Did you put in the
It's under waiver.
exclusion?
Oh, so now I don't have to do that.
B of waiver.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, can I start with the first one? Poor Paul, he's agreed to do this over the phone for us.
Yeah, make sure he can hear you. We can bring that right over. if
You
you
should
want.
probably,
It's just-
yeah, I'll sit there.
I'm moving you, Paul, hold on.
We're putting you in your chair.
We're pretending you're right here.
Go ahead.
All right. So, do we want to start with Paul,
Right.
then we'll go to Ben, then we'll go to Royce? That way he doesn't have to guess when we're talking to him. All right, Paul, you're always going to be first. Okay?
yeah,
All right. Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the Lebanon Shoreland zoning ordinance to eliminate a discrepancy between the current ordinance text and map to include all FEMA mapped flood hazard areas in the resource protection zone and to clarify the method of defining limits of the shoreland zoning districts? Do you recommend, Paul?
yes,
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Next, shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the building code ordinance section 3, which currently specifies fees, to read, this application will be accompanied by a fee as outlined in the schedule of license, permit, and application fees established annually by the Board of Selectmen, which shall not exceed the town's reasonable cost of administering and enforcing this ordinance. Paul?
yes,
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the zoning code ordinance section 5, which currently specifies a fee, to read, this application will be accompanied by a fee as outlined in the schedule of license and permit and application fees established annually by the Board of Selectmen, which shall not exceed the town's reasonable cost of administering and enforcing this ordinance. Paul?
yes,
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the massage and sexual conduct ordinance, sections 7 and 8, which currently specifies fees to read. This application will be accompanied by a fee as outlined in the schedule of license, permit, and application fees established annually by the Board of Selectmen, which shall not exceed the town's reasonable cost of administering and enforcing this ordinance. Paul?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the dog ordinance, sections A and B, which currently specify fines to read? Owners of dogs that have been caught running and roaming at large will be subject to a fine as outlined in the schedule of license, permit, and application fees established annually by the Board of Selectmen, which shall not exceed the town's reasonable cost of administering and enforcing this ordinance. Paul?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the waste disposal facility ordinance, sections 4.3 and 4.4, which currently specify fees to read? This application will be accompanied by a fee as outlined in the schedule of license, permit, and application fees established annually by the Board of Selectmen, which shall not exceed the town's reasonable cost of administering and enforcing this ordinance. Paul?
No.
Ben?
Yes.
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the mass gathering ordinance, section 2, by adding subsection 17, fee required to read? The fee for a mass gathering permit shall be as specified in the schedule of license, permit, and application fees established annually by the Board of Selectmen, which shall not exceed the town's reasonable cost of administering and enforcing this ordinance. Paul?
No.
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the special amusement ordinance, section 3, which currently specifies a fee to read? The fee for the special amusement permit is outlined in the schedule of license, permit, and application fees established annually by the Board of Selectmen, which shall not exceed the town's reasonable cost of administering and enforcing this ordinance. Paul?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Shall an ordinance entitled Lebanon Events and Outdoor Festivals be enacted? Paul?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
Which one was that?
Lebanon Events Festivals Ordinance.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the building code ordinance, section 5, to read non-bearing partitions? Studs in interior non-bearing wall partitions shall not be spaced more than 16 inches on center. This applies to interior walls only. Paul?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the building code ordinance, section 3, to read a building permit shall become void upon completion of work for which the permit was issued 1 year from the date of issue. An extension permit may be granted. Paul?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the building code ordinance, section 5, to include electrical inspections? Paul?
No.
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon vote to amend the mass gathering ordinance, section 1, subsection A, to read a written application for permit shall be received by the selectmen at least 30 days in advance of the proposed mass gathering? Paul?
No.
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
No.
Shall the town of Lebanon authorize the removal of the wall which currently divides the selectman's office and the code enforcement office to create a larger room for the attendance of selectmen meetings and other town functions? Bids will be requested on this project and an overall cost not to exceed $6,000 and to be paid from the current contingency fund. Paul?
Yes.
Ben?
Yes.
Royce?
Yes.
And that is that, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Paul. You don't have to come in at 10:30 to do this now.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay,
Paul.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Feel better, Paul.
Bye. I think you cut out a little bit. Ah, I'm so glad that's done. So the only thing that you wanted me to change was to also put the number on that one in parentheses.
Number 13.
Okay, so this was Paul's copy. I'm just going to record these votes on this copy. that to you all the time.
You'll make me a copy, Mandy?
It's much more reasonable in here now that it's like fall and the windows open.
Mm.
It's not that awful.
If there was anything we didn't want to sign, I'll just put them back in there. I don't know if it was,
Oh, I just missed it. I'm putting it in the file here, putting it in that.
alright.
Oh, yeah.
Could I have a moment of public participation?
Yeah, just a minute.
Thank you.
Did I do that again? I did, didn't I?
Nothing
Instead of that
isn't- it's been-
confused.
I'll
I
be
think we
right
already
back.
kinda decided on that one, so we could be like, just
Okay.
no across it,
I
get it out of the
got
box.
another one here.
What, you got all these appointments? Yeah, you gotta sign
Yeah.
that here too.
Oh, okay.
Several pages.
Oh, I bet I missed them all.
Yeah. And then they can go to Mandy. That'll do.
Okay.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Need a towel with that one? No.
I know. We're like, holy cow, I don't know where that came from.
I changed your address, so it's 14 South Street.
Holy mackerel, we gotta clean this table up.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for
We
calling.
will. We'll get rid of the big black books one of these times.
Well,
Alright, so,
okay,
what
good.
do you want
Thank
this
you very much.
posted? We can do that.
You give me a copy, I'll post it too.
Thanks. Yeah,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Do I get one too?
I have a copy here. I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm just gonna type through the type.
Okay. Does it really matter anyway?
Actually, if you're gonna do it and then send it to me, then I can just give him his copy right now. She's gonna do it for me, so that's it.
Okay, thanks.
I'll do it right now before you say a word. Go.
You know, we had another round of them, Ben, and I don't know if I signed it. I didn't sign the back pages. Or is this all of them right here? These appointments. Yeah. They can always chase me down, I'll sign them. Oh, that red pen almost got taken. I've got it ever since I stole it.
There you go. You got it.
Anytime you're in a spot, just let me know.
I've got something
I'll be
else for
glad
you to
to-
sign. I did that junkyard permit for you.
Okay. There you go. These go to Mandy. What the heck was I doing? Oh, yeah.